I am picking up on such a strong sense of uncomfortability. Like there's this feeling in the pit of my stomach, like impending doom or like something's wrong. And it's almost like there's been this unsettling feeling within you for a while now, and you've been kind of trying to ignore it or distract yourself from it. Oh my gosh, I see a black and white cat. Mostly black, but just like their little, maybe that's a sign for you. But this lingering, unsettling feeling that you thought was maybe like your old self or old patterns coming up to haunt you. And so you wanted to ignore it or push it away or distract yourself from it. And you thought that it would go away, but it is getting stronger. It's becoming stronger and stronger. It's almost like the more you ignore feeling it, oh my gosh, the black cat is crossing the road to us. Wow. And they have these bright green eyes, so maybe there's something, maybe you have clairvoyant sight, or you're a little bit of a seer, you're a visionary. Wow, okay. Anyways, so you've been ignoring this feeling because you thought that ignoring it would make it go away, like you didn't want to entertain it or give it more energy, which I can understand. But I see that the more you don't allow yourself to acknowledge what you're feeling, it's growing bigger. And the point of this uncomfortability, it actually serves a purpose. And the problem was that you were looking at this in a negative way, but I'm seeing this is not negative. This unsettling, uncomfortable feeling is supposed to teach you and tell you something about yourself and what is in alignment for you and what is definitely not, because it's almost like your body's internal communication system trying to tell you that something is off or something is not right. And I completely get why you would want to ignore that feeling, because this lurking, lingering feeling is almost like there's a tower on the way. There's a huge abrupt change, and the change is going to have to be enacted by you. It's a change that's going to be at your own hands and for your betterment, but maybe because it's so big and drastic, it's like, ugh, the thought of it is making you feel like sick, like you're actually making yourself sick avoiding this. And yeah, it serves a purpose for sure, because it's something that you cannot avoid. And maybe there's some real unhappiness within your life that you have to be honest with yourself about. Maybe you're disappointed with the outcome of your life so far, and you're looking around and there's not a lot that you feel proud of or excited about. And you do have to come to a place where you recognize, oh my goodness, the wind. The wind is confirmation. You have to come to a place where you recognize and acknowledge your own unhappiness, your own dissatisfaction, so that you can make the changes you need. And you have to face the fact that our lives are a reflection of our choices, and maybe the choices you've made leading up to this point, you haven't made bad choices, but I think you've made a lot of safe choices, and the safe choices do not lead you to your destiny. The safe choices do not lead you to your most authentic self. They lead you to the matrix. They lead you to normalcy and a divine being, someone who's tapped in and tuned into their highest potential, their most expressive self. They're not going to be normal. I'm sorry. We're all so unique. We're all so different, with different callings, different passions, different desires, that like if you're actually being authentic, you're not going to be normal. I'm sorry. Maybe there are some people who genuinely like wake up and want to be accountants, but I even think if someone's like really excited about accounting and that's their passion and their purpose, it's not going to show up in a normal way either. Even if it's something like being an accountant, it's going to show up in like still a magical way. If that's truly your soul's calling and destiny, your path will still have some spice to it. It's not going to be, yes, there's still going to be some juiciness to your story. Juiciness. That's maybe like you, oh, okay. You love a good story. Like maybe you're a reading buff. Maybe you're really into book talk. Like you love a juicy plot, a juicy storyline. You love a little like maybe even you like a little bit of gossip, a little bit of drama because you like things to be interesting. And the dissatisfaction, the unhappiness is coming from the fact that there's nothing interesting going on for you. And your life has been just it's so nothing unexpected ever happens. You never get any like twists or turns. And I think that scares you because you know that you're longing for something different, something. Ooh, there's a big beetle. I love beetles. Okay, you're longing for something different. You're longing for something, and I think the problem is you don't really know what exactly it is that you want, but you're in a very big place. The point you're in is very important because maybe you don't know what it is that you do want, but you're finally recognizing what you absolutely don't want and what's not in alignment. And that is where everything starts to shift. That's where everything like the because if you can recognize, okay, I don't want this, what do I want? When you start asking that question, what is it that I truly desire? And I'm even seeing Lucifer. I don't know if you watched that show, Lucifer, but his superpower being like able to uncover everyone's desires. There's, and this is very Scorpio season. But what is it that I desire? My truest, deepest longing of my soul. What is it? And once you start asking those questions, anything could happen. Like that's the big, and maybe it's that question feels daunting to you. Like this is like a oh my gosh, I'm seeing 7 of Cups in my mind's eye. Like there's so many choices and so many options and so many pathways that it can feel overwhelming and even like a little bit spooky or scary. But it's exciting. Because if it's completely unknown, if the path is completely dark and unclear, like if when you close your eyes and you envision your dream life, if all you see is black, that means that the universe can step in and help you figure it out. And the universe always is going to do it better than how we can do it. So, wow, this is an exciting time. Let's see if we get any cards. That's like, this has just been a straight channel. Okay, we have a card. 9 of Wands. Yeah, okay, so I'm being told to expound upon how you figure out what it is that you don't want. And I'm saying you need to take stock, take inventory of your current life, of your current reality, and figure out which things are giving you energy, which things are bringing you more passion, more spark, more life, more motivation, more health and vitality. If things are not bringing that to you, you need to put some things down. Like there's some things that you are giving your time, energy, attention to that are not giving you anything. And so you need to take a very honest, very grounded look at your life and ask yourself, what things are giving to me? What things, like I'm giving so much to so many different things, but if they're not, what's that thing that's like, if it's not giving me, like if it's not giving me money, fun, and it's like a dating thing, so I can't remember the saying. If you know what I'm talking about, put it in the comment box because I wish I could remember what it is. But basically, yes, if something is not giving you I'm sorry, you need to learn how to be a bit more of a taker. And if the things that you're devoting yourself to don't contribute to you and your life and your dreams in any sort of a way, it's time to get rid of them. Like completely drop the stick. Drop the wand. It's not yours to carry anymore. And you can see how capable you are of carrying a lot. You can see that you're very capable of carrying hardship, but it's time for you to move out of that. It's time for you to move into ease, and ease can only come with putting things down. I always think about the whole concept of like how swimmers, like Olympic swimmers, will put their hair in a swim cap, they'll shave their legs because they can't have anything to like ruin their momentum when they're in the water. And that's what you need to do with your life right now. If there's anything that's holding you down or weighing you back, it's time to get rid of those things so that you can move forward with force, so that you can move forward with, yeah, no restrictions, no friction, frictionless. I think this is just because I love this show so much, but I keep getting like things from New Girl, and I feel like frictionless was a whole thing. Yes, it was Nick. He was writing the book about frictionless. So maybe this is a collective of writers. Maybe there's some words that you're meant to craft, or maybe you're just a Gemini like me. Okay, we have 2 cards here. Let's see what we've got. Okay, we have 4 of Swords and the World. Okay. Okay, so we're going within to go without. We're diving into ourselves so that we can come to a place where we can fully launch into life. And in a lot of ways you've been living. I mean, you go to work, you do the things, you do the smart choices we were talking about. So in a lot of ways you have technically been alive, but you have not been living, if you know what I mean. And unfortunately, okay, so you've decided you want to change your life, but you've been living so long in out of alignment that to get to that next level, you do have to reel yourself back, pull yourself back hardcore, maybe drop a lot of things and step into a period of rest and reflection, because you need to get some clarity on who exactly it is that you are. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What is it that you could do? Like, oh my goodness, the wind. Wow. Intense. This is like a wake-up call. You need, this is rest and they're like clearly sleeping, but you need a big wake-up call. Some of my cards even went flying, and now I'm a little bit, I'm gonna grab them actually, and yes, I'm gonna grab those cards. Okay, think we're good now. What I'm hearing is that if you do not take the time to rest and reflect, if you don't consciously use your own free will, consent, authority to take a step back and figure out what it is that you need to do next, if you do not do this, you are going to be in for a very rude awakening. Because that uncomfortable feeling we were talking about in the beginning, it is not going away. And if you do not take the conscious steps and action to turn your life around, the universe loves you and is going to have to force an awakening on you. And a chosen awakening in comparison with a forced awakening has a very different energy. And I don't want that for you. And you shouldn't want that for yourself either. And also, like, it's not nice to your spirit team to make them do this to you. They want to bless you. They want to help you out. They don't want you to be playing this, like, avoidant, like you have an avoidant attachment with the universe. Okay, they don't want you to do that. They want to be able to support you as you're reflecting, but yeah, you kind of need to get it together. We love you, but you need to get it together. Anyways, so you're going inside of yourself, and it might feel like a not fun time. You're going to maybe feel a little bit alone. You're going to have triggers and shadows and traumas coming to the surface for you to address and deal with, but you're going to learn so much about yourself. And then when this happens, you have to have this within period so that you can go without, and you can launch into life and launch into the world and be a part of life for real. But it's going to require diving deep into yourself first to figure out what it is you want and where you're being called to go. Like, what is the purpose behind all of this? So you need to learn to listen to those signs, especially like that feeling within your body. Again, that's the language of your intuition speaks in many different ways, but physical feelings can be your intuition's trying to get your attention. Wow. You know what's crazy? I think the reading is over because I'm shuffling. Yes, even that wind blowing was kind of, they want you to know that that's the main point, is you need to take some drastic action, to take a step back, to put things down so that you can be launched forward when the time comes. But you have to use your free will to consciously and intentionally do this. Tough message, but you're strong and you're capable, and I'm so excited to see what happens on the other side of that within period. What happens when you get launched into life, what things you're going to create, how you're going to show up, because it's going to be so unique and so you. Like only you could do what you're meant to be doing in the future. So I'm very just excited to see. And with that being said, I want us to be on this journey together for a long time. So if this is the first time the algorithm has brought you to me and my videos, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so that we can keep in touch. I want to hear how this is relating to you personally. And if you would like to work on a more vulnerable level, I can dive in a little bit deeper, have it be more specific. I would love to work with you one-on-one. I use tools like tarot and astrology to help people overcome the problems they're facing in their life and the problems that they're facing getting to their dreams and getting to that highest form and getting to their most authentic expression. So yeah, check out the description box for that. I wish you all the best. Have a beautiful day.